All right, so I want to talk a little bit about this emergency broadcast system that has been going a little bit viral in the Anon community in the last several days because there's been some tangible evidence on it being hinted at or shown across certain spaces. And so I want to get into some of what that was, what this means, but it is real. It is something that even Q mentions that we should anticipate, but I'm not going to give false hope into what it might be in the next several weeks, especially. So let's talk about it, get into it, and be reminded of what this means from a big picture perspective. So President Trump, back in his first term in 2018 specifically, allowed this new system, the IPAWS, which is essentially FEMA's presidential alert system, where it goes nationwide to people. So you get a text message, you can't opt out of it unless you actually turn off your phone. And it was a real thing that was reported on very briefly, where you get this new text. So basically it's limited to life-threatening crises such as massive cyber attacks, ballistic missile threats, or catastrophic natural disasters. And what got a lot of people interested in this is that Q actually mentioned this before this came out in 2017 in this famous Q post number 34. It says, "My fellow Americans, over the course of the next several days, you will undoubtedly realize that we are taking back our great country, the land of the free, from the evil tyrants that wish to do us harm and destroy the last remaining refuge of shining light. On POTUS's order, we have initiated certain fail-safes that shall safeguard the public from the primary fallout, which is slated to occur 11.3 upon the arrest announcement of Mr. Podesta. Actionable 11.4, confirmation to the public of what is occurring will then be revealed and will not be openly accepted. Public riots are being organized in serious numbers in an effort to prevent the arrest and capture of more senior public officials. On POTUS's order, a state of temporary military control will be actioned and special ops carried out. False leaks have been made to retain several within the confines of the United States to prevent extradition and special operator necessity. Rest assured, the safety and well-being of every man, woman, and child of this country will be exhausted in full. However, the atmosphere within the country will unfortunately be divided, as so many have fallen for the corrupt and evil narrative that has long been broadcast. We will be initiating the Emergency Broadcast System, EMS, during this time in an effort to provide a direct message, avoiding the fake news to all citizens. Organizations and/or people that wish to do us harm during this time will be met with swift fury. Certain laws have been pre-lifted to provide our great military the necessary authority to handle and conduct these operations at home and abroad." And so this post specifically has given a lot of people, Anons, patriots alike, hope in something actionable going down in this whole takedown operation of whatever this deep state cabal entity is. And so this is where a lot of people over the years have looked at it and said, okay, when is that coming? Is there some hints to that? And recently with the UFC fight on the White House lawn, this construction is being shown and a lot of pictures are being taken, one of which is this background color of the EBS color system. Now this is undoubtedly that color because when you look it up, compare and contrast it to the sequence of colors, it is a repeating sort of pattern from left to right about 3 times. And this color scheme has been reported across many outlets as being shown there right now, including on sites like CNN and many others. So there's no doubt that this is actually real. And then there's been video like this that you see here where President Trump, when he attended the Game 3 of the NBA Finals, the EBS came on broadcast during a segment where they showed President Trump, ironically. So here, you can see that, and it's showing all the way through for a long time. And then it shows, different scenes, all of which is getting a lot of people, including Dean and many other Anons, thinking about, okay, is there something here? Because at the same time, the FCC is also talking about strengthening cybersecurity rules for emergency alerts. And this was made June 8th, which is a day ago. So again, that's why a lot of people are talking about, is there something where people are connecting the dots here and signs are pointing to either an EBS or emergency alert system notification being issued very soon. Now, recently in this video that the White House posted on Twitter, the UFC fighter Ilia Topuria says that I've already won, quote, on June 14th, we're simply going to reveal the video that everybody is going to watch showing how I win that fight. So it begs the question, what is being portrayed? Because interestingly, this night where Dana White says, quote, there's going to be 4,300 people watching, and most of them are going to be military, end quote. So is there something, a signal, some kind of hint coming during this fight where it's going to symbolically or even just overtly show something's going to be happening? And is it going to be videotaped? Because during that time, some operation is happening. I'm not saying that's what's happening. A lot of people are just speculating, saying certain things about it. But what's real is the implementation, the testing of these alert systems, the Q posts, and other posts, including 112 here saying that stay alert in main U.S. cities, D.C. sporting events and other conservative gatherings. And again, repeat, stay alert in main U.S. cities, D.C. sporting events and other conservative gatherings. So is there something here where because sporting events were specifically mentioned that something is happening? Here, below that says more false flags imminent. So again, a lot of speculation here, but again, 2099 is another post. Back in 2018, a nationwide emergency alert system test being planned. And again, another post about that EBS system. So again, I'm not saying that something's going to happen on that day. I'm just saying that this is a real thing. It's being upheld. It has been implemented. It's just a matter of when it's going to be executed and when, if that post 35 is true verbatim to the degree that it's going to be executed in that way. It's not some kind of deception tactic that is for the deep state, but it's actually code for something else. Who knows? If it's true, then we're going to see something happen very soon or in the near future. So just want to give you guys this quick update in what people are talking about and what might be speculation. I'm always a little bit hesitant in terms of accepting that this is going to happen on a certain day, but nevertheless, it's something just to anticipate and have in the back of your mind as more of these operations, these military operations become more overt and public. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Also, if you guys want to support me, you guys know I am listener supported. Would love it if we can meet our financial goal for the month. All that information is down below in the giftsandgo.com link in the description. Also, have PayPal, Zelle, Venmo. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.